Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jimmy here with J Park Carolina Living Real Estate, your local real estate expert serving North and South Carolina in the Charlotte area. I want to tell you about a book that I've got here. It's called How to Sell Homes for Top Dollar. I actually have a buyer's book as well that's available right now in a digital version. I'm happy to share with you. Reach out to me directly and be happy to share that copy with you. But I want to talk about chapter 6 of the book right here, and this talks about upgrading with return on investment in mind. So lots of times people do upgrades and they think that they're going to get 100% of their investment back and return on investment. So they think, oh, if I do $20,000 worth of upgrades or spend $20,000 on fixing something, or hey, I spent $12,000 on a new HVAC unit, they think they're going to get dollar for dollar on those things. And most of the time, that's simply not the case. But I do have a chapter in this book called Upgrading with Return on Investment in Mind. And I'll hit some highlights on it right now. So first off, making upgrades can be as easy as replacing the handset on your front door and freshening up the paint job, or as daunting as remodeling an entire kitchen or master bath. The question always is, what home improvements give the best return on the remodeling dollar? Return on investment, or ROI, is generally less than 100% in real estate. So the rule of thumb is less is more. It's frequently advised in this area that it's better to update or remodel your home while living in it and not solely at the time that it comes to sell. That way there's more enjoyment in the improvement and less cost and time in preparing for sale. Some desirable upgrades or home improvements will not return their costs in the sales price, so it's better for the owners to enjoy them all along. As an example, if your home is worth $275,000 and you spend $25,000 to revamp the kitchen, don't make the mistake of assuming that the investment will increase the value dollar for dollar. Remodel might add value to the home, but the return in dollars spent will be around 50%. Smaller upgrades like replacing outdated fixtures in the kitchen and bath are certainly worthwhile, but major remodeling of those rooms isn't wise just to sell your home. So in that example, where the kitchen remodel of $25,000, instead of thinking that that's going to take your home from $275,000 to $300,000 value, maybe it takes it from $275,000 to about $285,000 to $290,000. So you're not probably going to get the dollar for dollar return on investment there. That's not to say that you can ignore necessary repairs that a home inspector would red flag or a mortgage company would demand before issuing a loan to a buyer. If major problems like a leaking roof or outdated electrical wiring exist, you may want to repair those before putting your home on the market or expect to give concessions to the buyer. So if you know that you have issues with the house, first off, you're likely going to have to disclose those things. And if you have any major things that are going to come up in an inspection, if you have the opportunity, lots of times it's cheaper to make those repairs yourself than it is to have the home buyer do an inspection and then request repairs and then have to do it on their terms. All right, so let's start with the basics. Every listed home should meet the basic expectations of any buyer. It should have a sound roof, functioning gutters and downspouts, foundation without cracks, functioning heating and or air conditioning system, solid subflooring, and safe and secure electrical wiring. With finance-mandated home inspections, any shortcomings might be required to be remedied to get buyer financing approval. Now, it's important to understand that the market value of a home is determined by the prices of comparable recently sold homes in the area. Extensive remodeling to sell the home or to increase the value of the home might not pay off, especially if you over-improve the home. Property needs to be up to the standards of neighboring homes, so while the kitchen has to be comparable to others, spending $25,000 to remodel a kitchen in an area where comparable homes recently sold for $275,000 will not increase the house's value to $300,000. While it may be a helpful selling feature, it won't return dollar for dollar value. Mechanical maintenance is a must. It is easy to get wrapped up in the more eye-pleasing aspects of preparing a home to sell. However, the upkeep of all the more mundane aspects of the home cannot be overlooked. These mechanical features require consideration. So electrical boxes and wiring, natural gas lines, plumbing, central heating and air conditioning. If these components are old, outdated, or not working properly, the home's appeal can be lowered, as well as the eventual sales price. So according to the National Association of Realtors, heating and cooling costs were the most important environmental features for recent home buyers, with 83% finding these features at least somewhat important. People want to purchase a home that reflects their aesthetic tastes and lifestyles, but also one that is safe and sound. Faulty electrical systems do not provide a feeling of safety. Leaky plumbing arouses concerns of mold infestation and sewage problems. These areas can require extensive work, and they're extremely important. If you overlook them in the preparation stage, you can run the risk of trouble later with inspections and appraisals. So it aids the sale if professionals certify or remediate any deficiencies in the mechanical systems prior to listing. Having a professional inspection for buyers to review is a big plus in marketing. So, as an aside here, the majority of home sellers do not get home inspections prior to listing their home. However, it is an excellent idea to get a home inspection as the homeowner prior to listing your house for sale, especially if you plan to make repairs to any of the major things, because then you can share that home inspection with a potential buyer or a prospective buyer, and they're going to feel that much more confident going into the home knowing that you've recently had it inspected and had repairs done to address those issues. So it aids the sale of professionals certify or remediate any deficiencies in the systems. Having a certified plumber inspect the entire water system for leaks, check the well and septic fields if applicable, hire an electrician to check the wiring, call an HVAC company and have technicians perform a thorough service checkup, contact your natural gas supplier and have them double check the mechanics of your tank and lines, or you can simply hire a home inspector to come in and do all that for you. So if you're looking for an alternative to calling and arranging all the different home inspections, certified home inspectors usually cover all items related to mechanical issues and more, and they'll be able to identify possible trouble spots. Many buyers hire an inspector. Most buyers, pretty much all buyers, hire an inspector. So you could be saving them a major step in the sales process, or at least assuring them ahead of time. Now, they still might end up hiring an inspector afterwards because your inspector is not their inspector. But it does ensure and elicit more confidence in the home when it has been inspected and updates have been made. If you have mechanical issues and decide to sell your home as is, it might be necessary to negotiate with the buyer. All right, so in this chapter, there's a few more things. I'm not going to read the whole chapter because that would take another 10 to 15 minutes. But we also go into replacing appliances, updating hardware, bringing in more natural light into the home, the flooring plan, and this gets into floors, so repairing and thoroughly cleaning the floors. If you have old carpet, I've had clients that have ripped up old carpet or covered up old hardwoods with luxury vinyl plank flooring, and it makes all the difference in the world. That's a really popular flooring option. We've got tips for your kitchen and bath. So here's a few suggestions you can use, that you can do to your kitchen and bath to impress buyers without losing return on investment. So you can paint neutral colors. You can add a new backsplash in the kitchen. You can install new countertops if yours are dated or if you need to bring the home up to current area standards. You can add new multifunctional kitchen faucets. You can add cabinet space or increase storage in the pantry. You can replace dated bathroom vanities. You can replace toilet seats or the entire toilet if necessary. You can also do some things. We get into energy saving upgrades to lower your utility bills. So you can install an energy saving smart thermostat like an Ecobee or Google Nest. Installing solar vents in the attic space that help expel hot air during the summer months. Making the case for space. So there's also sometimes you can repurpose a room, or you can add storage. So some of the questions too in the NAR's survey they said most home buyers would like to have greater closet space as well as other storage options. So 93% want a laundry room, not just a closet. 90% want a bathroom linen closet. 86% want garage storage. 85% want a walk-in pantry. So adding storage, if you have the option to do that, is a plus. You might have a room that doesn't have a closet, and you might decide to add a closet in there to have some hidden storage space. So I'm sitting here in my office right now, my home office, and there's no closet in here. I could add a closet in here. It would take away a little bit of the living space in here, but it would actually add a good amount of storage space and still be a good size bedroom, or just a room that has some more organized space. So that might be something that I consider doing when I go to sell my home. All right, so here's finally, and this is the end, features that most home buyers want. 94% wanted energy rated appliances. 93% wanted laundry room, which we touched on. 91% Energy Star rating for the whole home. 90% exterior lighting. 90% bathroom linen closet. 88% ceiling fans. 86% garage storage. 85% table space for eating in the kitchen. 85% walk-in pantry. And then features that fewer buyers wanted was a shower stall without a tub in the master bath, 51%, which is interesting because that's something that I really want. I want to get rid of my tub and just have a shower stall. A 2-story family room, only 43%. Wine cooler or wet bar, 42 and 41%, respectively. Laundry chute, 32%. Outdoor kitchen, 31%. Game room, 31%. His and her baths, 31%. Glass front cabinets, 31%. So some of those are seen as luxuries, but not necessarily something people want. So when it comes to doing upgrades for your home to get the most return on investment, couple tips that I always have are, especially if you're not going to sell for a while, do the upgrades, keep your home current, do the things that you're going to enjoy, that you're going to get use and enjoyment out of. So like we have a covered porch in our backyard, and we're talking about screening that in. And will we get the return on investment? We may or we may not get that, but we want to screen it in so we can enjoy that outdoor space, especially during the summer when there's more bugs out. We like sitting outside, but when there's mosquitoes everywhere, it's not quite as much fun. So that's one piece of advice. The other thing is functionality. So try to make functional updates and functional upgrades that are not just aesthetically pleasing, but also that are going to help the improvement of the home. So, if a home buyer comes in, if your house is for sale, and a potential home buyer comes along and you've got a 15-year-old HVAC unit and your roof is older, might have some issues with it. You've got wood rot, when you walk up to the front door and, the frame around the doors, it has wood rot in it at the base. Things like that. Those are things that are important to address early on and before listing your house and to keep up with over time, because as these things age, potential home buyers are going to be more reluctant to purchase your home if there's an option that doesn't have these issues along with it. So if you ever have any questions about what upgrades to do to your home to get it ready to sell, give me a call. I'd love to have a conversation with you and talk about strategy to help you get your home sold for the highest value, quickest amount of time. It's always the goal. You can contact me directly at 704-313-8514, or you can email me at jimmygrapponerealtor@gmail.com. That's jimmygrapponerealtor@gmail.com. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed these tips. If you have any other questions, let me know. Happy to help you. Take care.